Hey there, I'm back. Thanks for all the likes and follows last week. I thought that maybe a handful of people would react to my sudden and probably very unexpected video message. But instead of one handful, it was lots of handsful of people. Thanks a lot. A few said to me directly, it's about time, and that is the trigger for today's topic. I mentioned last week that I teach a course called Tame Your Inner Critic. But do you think that makes me immune to self-criticism? Not at all. So let's talk about what often holds us back from achieving the successes we should achieve. Do you ever feel like you're not good enough, or like you're just not measuring up? If you ever had that little voice in your head telling you you're not ready or capable, trust me, you are not alone. Self-doubt is something we all experience at some point, even the most confident people. I had doubts if I'm ready to do these videos. And you will tell me if I am or not, we'll see. But the thing is, that voice that we hear is often very wrong. And today I want to share a few simple but powerful ways to quieten down. I will talk about the reason for that voice being there at all in the next few weeks. But first things first, you need to recognize when self-doubt shows up. So, a lot of times it sneaks in without us even realizing it. Maybe you're about to start something new and suddenly you're thinking, I'm not smart enough for this, or who am I to try this? So here's the truth. Self-doubt loves to disguise itself as logic. But most of the time it's just fear in disguise. So the next time you catch yourself thinking those kinds of thoughts, pause for a second and ask yourself, would I talk to a friend this way? Chances are you wouldn't. I bet you are supportive if your friends are telling you about their new plans. But with ourselves, we are harsh and brutal and anything but supportive. So once you've recognized that voice, and once you've recognized the harshness of it, the next step is to challenge it. Self-doubt loves to make sweeping, negative statements, like, I'll never be good at that. I always mess things up. And you might remember somebody who has said that to you at some point. You're not good at maths, you're not good at singing, or something like that. But instead of accepting those thoughts, stop and ask yourself, is this really true? More often than not, the answer is no. Maybe you're new to something, but that doesn't mean you can't learn. Maybe you made mistakes. Maybe you will make mistakes. But that doesn't erase all the things that you've done, right? So I will make mistakes with these videos. But next one will hopefully be better. One of the best ways to push back against self-doubts is to focus on your wins. I bet if you think back, you'll remember times when you doubted yourself. But you still succeeded. Maybe you didn't feel ready for a project, but you pulled through. Or maybe you thought you weren't good enough for a role, for a job, but you landed it anyway. So here's a quick action step. Write down 3 things you did well this week. They don't have to be big. Even small wins count, like getting through a tough day, or finishing a task, or even showing up when you didn't feel like it, or even making it today on the the first working week for many in January, making it to work again. Now I want to hear from you. What's one thing you're doubting about yourself right now that you can reframe? Reframing, by the way, is giving something a new or different meaning than what you thought about before. Drop this one thing you're doubting about yourself right now in the comments, or take a moment just to reflect and don't tell anybody. That's perfectly fine as well. Remember, the goal isn't to silence self-doubt entirely. It's to stop letting it hold you back. My self-doubt tried to stop me from exposing myself here in front of you. Maybe I mess up, maybe you just laugh. So I've reframed it in the following way. What if what I am talking about here can help just one person? Would that make it worth it? Even if some weren't thrilled about these videos here? Thanks for spending a few minutes with me today again. If this helped, give it a like or share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure to follow. You've got this, and I'm rooting for you. So see you next time.